Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. Fireworks are flying at the Georgia Senate hearings where Ms. Merchant, the lovely attorney for Michael Roman, is taking Fani Willis to task, taking her to the mat, is proving that both Fani Willis and Nathan Wade could completely exonerate themselves if what they attempted to say was true. Terrence Bradley, Nathan Wade, Fani Willis, all lied on stand, all need to be not only disqualified, but disbarred and prosecuted. The evidence is overwhelming. Check this out.
We only got the geolocation data from Mr. Wade. I do not have the power to get the text messages. I don't have that power. I would have to have a search warrant. The state's the only one that has the power to actually get someone's text messages out of their phone. But my whole point in saying that was if I had been accused of having an affair and it didn't start, and I said it started in April and someone else said it started in November, they have the ability. I don't have the ability. They have the ability to plug that phone into the Cellbrite and print out a report that shows all of the texts.
So Mr. Wade and Ms. Willis, had they wanted to disprove your allegations, could have just used that Cellbrite program and it would have shown no communications between them.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people still contend, why is this so important? Well, earlier in the hearing, they went over the billings of Mr. Wade. And the fact of the matter is that he billed for 24 hours in one day. This is the man who never sleeps, and we're obviously finding out from his cell phone records that he's probably not sleeping that much when he's over at the condo. But anyhow, this is all beside the point. The other thing is they could completely exonerate themselves by simply providing these text messages that she does not have the access to. Isn't it interesting that only the state can get this stuff? Only the state can subpoena. And who's the state? Well, that's Fani Willis. So who from the state is going to step up? And can the Georgia Senate, this is the question I want to know, is can the Georgia Senate actually subpoena for that? I would think they can, because they would have the power of the state.
And it would have also showed the contents of the text. If the texts are romantic, if they're not romantic, if they're friendly, and they would control the data. So if there's something that was privileged, they could redact it. If there was something that if they wanted to only limit it to, like, we want to prove that we weren't talking romantically in November, they could limit it.
So they could have actually pulled up the text itself to say, hey, I need you to help me work on this case, or else, hey, I need you to meet me at the Love Nest.
Yes, 100%, yes.
Okay, or you can meet me at the Love Nest. This guy's hilarious. But look, again, the reason this matters is because going back to the questions of billing is, did Mr. Wade get favorable treatment because of his relationship with Fani Willis? And then did she benefit from that because he was going on these romantic trips with her? Man, they were living their best life. Now, Belize, Napa, you guys know the story on that. But that's the real question here. And that's what all of this is proving. Not only did she improperly hire somebody who she was in a relationship with, but then she showed favoritism to him, and he even said, hey, 24-hour billing, that sounds good to me.
I don't have that ability. So I don't have the ability to get a search warrant and get that data. All I have the ability to do is get that geofencing.
Well, who found out about these 12,000 texts and calls and all that kind of stuff?
That is what I was able to get by subpoena. So I was able to get the geolocation data by subpoena. What I can't get is what's inside of the phone. I can't get the texts inside the phone.
The words in the text.
Exactly.
But you were able to find out that they were texting each other.
Oh, yeah.
Prior to November 1st of 21.
Yes.
How did you find that data? Is that anything you've produced to us?
That is, so the CellHawk data actually analyzes that. So you can see, and we just summarized 2021. So approximately 12,000 interactions, that's voice and texts for the year of 2021. And again, remember, 2021, he didn't get the contract until November of that year. So most of 2021, he's not under contract. Over 2,000 voice calls, almost 10,000 text messages.
How did they explain that? Did you confront? We're not privy to what all came out in evidence at the hearings that you've had. Did you get either one of them to say, that's not true, we didn't really talk 12,000 times? Or?
No, what they did was they filed an affidavit saying that geolocation data is not always reliable.
Okay. Does that apply to Cellbrite data, though?
No, it doesn't. And it was ironic because I have a number of cases. I mean, almost every murder case I've had in the last decade has had geolocation data.
Used by the prosecution against the defendant, right?
They use CellHawk data. I mean, literally, they're using this right now. So our investigator actually analyzed the same, there's a trial going on, it's called the YSL trial. There's this same data being used in that trial, and our investigator actually analyzed it for them in that case. So, I mean,
For them, you mean for the Fulton County DA's office?
no, for the defense looking at that data. So the point is, they're currently using the same data in another courtroom to prosecute someone, but their defense in our case was that it's not reliable.
Okay.
Quick, somebody call President Trump. We need to fact check him because he didn't say enough about the texts in the speech the other day. I think he said 4,000, and here there's 10,000 texts. It's interesting. I mean, I wonder why the media isn't fact checking that. It's confusing to me. But isn't it interesting that they are utilizing the same data that Fulton County is utilizing to go after criminals, and then saying that the data isn't good enough in the trial that implicates them? This is the nature of this. We're seeing how false and how completely unreliable they lied under oath, and then they lie about the data under oath. They lie about everything. They are liars to the core. That's all they know to do because they're trying to cover their butts while they're living their best life now.
Got it. And did your Cellbrite data come in? The existence of the cell phone calls?
No. So the Cellbrite data, that would have to be voluntary on part of the DA to actually
So they could show you that to disprove your allegations?
100%.
Okay, didn't do it?
No.
Neither Wade nor Willis?
No.
Okay. All right, so you've done your investigation. You've determined you think there was a relationship that had begun before he was hired.
Yes.
And after having met with Mr. Bradley, you began to prepare a motion to disqualify and to dismiss the case altogether, right?
Yes. I actually started the motion
Let me
in
get back on
September.
the cell phone.
And then added to
text
it.
Messages. All right, and so then you somehow preserved, you had text communications with Mr. Bradley to confirm this?
Yes.
And was that because you didn't want to file a pleading that was inaccurate?
100%.
You wanted him to verify the accuracy of what you were claiming had happened?
I did not want to say one word that had not been verified.
Because he was the source.
Yes.
He's the guy that was his law partner and his divorce attorney.
Yes.
Who probably knew as well as anybody in the state.
They had been best friends also.
Okay.
Okay, so here you have Ms. Merchant, the attorney for Michael Roman, saying, look, we didn't want to put anything through that was not completely verified, hence the conversations with Terrence Bradley, who now says he needs attorney-client privilege on the witness stand, when in fact, he didn't even do Nathan Wade's divorce filings. Nathan Wade did that, and Terrence Bradley then just signed off on him. We found that out in the other deal yesterday that I did a video on. So that's disingenuous. In fact, the attorney-client privilege is so fascinating because it seems the only people that are privy to the information is everybody but the court. I mean, we've got other witnesses stepping forward that Terrence Bradley has talked to. This information's all over the place, but somehow he gets on the witness stand and he can't remember, or he needs attorney-client privilege. We've seen both tactics utilized because he is obviously afraid of Fani Willis and Nathan Wade, because now they're going after him, saying that somehow there's some sort of sexual misconduct allegations. This stuff is wild. These people are mean, vindictive, and nasty, and they could exonerate themselves. That's all proven here. They could exonerate themselves because they have the text messages. They had the 10,000 text messages where they were just talking business, people, before the business deal was inked, man. It took, 8,000 of those texts, 2,000 probably came afterwards, but 8,000 of those texts just to put forth this great contract where Nathan Wade would make $650,000. They are lying. They are lying through their teeth. They need to be not just disqualified, but disbarred and prosecuted. I keep saying that because it's true, people. That's what needs to happen in this case. And really quickly, go over to mypillow.com right now and get the biggest savings you can get utilizing the promo code Lumberjack. Mike was on the show the other day and gave us some special deals. Percale bed sheets, which have a thread count of 140 or higher. These are really good quality sheets. They are only $39.98 for the king size set. Other sets are less. Okay, these are phenomenal sheets, and this is only available to Lumberjack Logic listeners with the code Lumberjack. On top of that, you get free shipping. I just get the Giza sheets because I love them. That Egyptian cotton, it's long staple Egyptian cotton. I love those. But whatever you decide to get, go over there and support a true election integrity warrior. Also, subscribe to the show and smash that like on your way out. But mypillow.com, promo code Lumberjack, or you can call them at 1-800-568-2865 and get those deals. Peace out. The other thing, Mike Lindell has special offers just for people on this show, so go support him. Right now, those sheets are available for only $39.98. I put in other influencers code. That's $20 less than you can get it anywhere else. So go get yourself a pair. And on top of that, they are free shipping on your entire order. I still get the Giza sheets. They're a little bit more, but they're my favorite. You don't get what you want, but support the guy. He's been doing more for election integrity than probably anybody else on planet Earth. I love y'all. Keep fighting the good fight. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.